What's today? Friday. I got home on... Today's Friday. I got home on Tuesday. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. 4 days. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Yeah, wow, 4 days. It's been 4 days since I've been out of the container, and I want to give a little update as to how I'm feeling, because it comes in waves. Like yesterday, after I went to the gym and after we filmed and sat in and recorded the first live call for the reawakening, I was buzzing. I was just in this like flow state where things were just like dropping in, and I felt really empowered and good. And then there are other times where I'm in stillness, and not in meditation, but kind of just sitting in like the couple minutes before I send an email, or as I'm transitioning from one thing to another thing, and I find myself a little bit ungrounded, which is why I'm here today. I'm at the beach, and it's been so good to just be here, be with the water, and allowing the medicine of the water to just flow and to cleanse everything that no longer serves. And I feel that there are some really big shifts coming, and that would have really shaken me in the past, but now I have so much more trust. Actually, I wrote in one of the group chats that there is a distinct difference between believing and knowing. And it's very subtle. It's very subtle, but I've come to a point now where I know. Where I just know. As opposed to, I believe something. And that may not resonate. It's okay if it doesn't. But it's nice to be at a place now where I don't have to believe anything. I just know. And that's taken me years to get there. Years, I tell you. I mentioned on day one that I feel like I've outgrown my space, and that I don't want to be caged in anymore, and having some strong feels about that. And I still feel that way. However, I'm now more trusting and surrendered to the journey, to what may happen, what may not happen, and just really knowing that everything will come when it's meant to come. That doesn't mean that I'm sitting back passively and kind of just like, everything will come to me. No, like I'm still taking intentional action and aligned action into where I want to go and where I want to be. And sometimes that includes completely resting and not doing anything, and allowing myself to sit in that place of just bliss, and getting out of my mind. If I have learned anything from the past 6 months, is that your mind is a powerful tool of creating your reality. So be intentional about what you are allowing into your mental space. Cultivate your mental space. Be the gardener of your mental space, and pull out those weeds. And by weeds, I mean those beliefs, those looping patterns, that negative self-talk that you have about yourself, about your life. Like, that just is not serving you. Okay, no, let me rephrase that. it is serving you in the fact that it is allowing you to become aware that those patterns exist and that those loops exist and that mental space, garden, exists. So in that respect, thank you. Thank you for your gift. Thank you for showing me how overgrown my mental space is. Thank you. That is a gift. And then once you step into observation mode, or you become the observer of your mental state and you see the higher view, you then become the gardener, and you're able to pull those weeds out. And like, that takes daily work, over and over and over again, choosing to rewrite the belief, or to think the opposite, or to step back again and just be like, that's a fascinating thought. And that's what I mean by being the gardener. It's kind of just like tending to those weeds and tending to those overgrown bits. And sometimes being that gardener just really, it doesn't mean ripping things out. Like, yes, there is an element to that as well, but it's also just being like, oh, I see you, I acknowledge you, and that doesn't have to be the story anymore. And being so compassionate and kind with yourself. Speak to yourself and speak over your life like you would be speaking to your newborn baby, or your bestest friend, or your, the person that you love so unconditionally in your life, because you live your life. You are the only one that lives your life. So speak to yourself in that way, with so much love, so much care, so much compassion. I mean, I was just going to talk about what I've learned in the last couple days, and I feel like that kind of like encapsulated the last 6 months of my life. But if I've learned anything from the last 4 days, is that I have a knowing now. I have a knowing that spirit surrounds me at all times, walks with me at all times. I have a knowing of who I am. I have a knowing of who I am and why I am here. I know what my magic is. And I am so grateful to have come to this knowing, because some people live their entire lives not coming to this place, and I am so grateful for this life. I am so grateful. I am so grateful.